Hello everyone. I just want to do a couple updates on a few of the tarantulas that have molted recently. This one here is a confirmed male Poecilotheria rufilata. Molted 3 days ago. Penultimate. I don't see emboli yet. So we got probably one more molt. He's a good size. Stretched out at least 6 inches. I don't know if you guys are getting a great picture because of where he's sitting in the glare, but he has got some tremendous green coloring to him. I was actually surprised he kept his color. I figured that he would mature on this molt, but he didn't. So yeah, there's this is Xylone. Very pretty. I wish you could see his underneath of the dorsal shots of his legs. The yellows and blacks underneath there are incredible. You're seeing gray on his legs, but that's actually like a creamish and yellowish coloring. You can see his abdomen through his little web that he has here. Yeah, that's one of the 3 so far that I've found in the last couple days. We'll move on to the next one. Okay guys, here is the second molt that I found. This is my Davus Pentaloris, one of the 2 that I have. I confirmed this one to be a female. You can see the female parts very small, but you definitely can see them. I don't know, I'm going to try and just get it to move a little bit so we could see it. It's probably going to bury itself right away, but we'll see if we can get it to come up so you guys get a better look of it, of her. It's nice to be able to say her when it's actually a her. Come on, little one. She is kind of skittish. Very skittish. I just want to get her so you guys can get a good look at her without her coming out. Yeah, I don't want to disturb her too much more than I already have. You can see right there. Let me turn this. You could see her right there. She's curling up a little bit, so getting in her I'm scared posture. So we're gonna close her up and get the next one. Okay. Next is my Pamphobedius species Platyoma. I think it's the Brazilian pink bloom, if I'm right. This is a confirmed female. I'm still not quite sure that this is a Platyoma. It seems awfully dark. I haven't really seen the carapace yet, but she's been very flicky ever since I found the molt. I knew it was coming. You could see last week she was pretty dark in the abdomen, but she was unconfirmed up to this point. But there was definitely signs of spermathecae in her molt. I don't want to bother her because she is kind of flicky. She's going to get an upgrade in housing. Probably be twice the size of this container. Now that she's definitely a female, she's going to get big. So we're going to give her a container that she'll be able to live in for another 2 or 3 molts before she has to get into her final big, huge enclosure. I'm kind of anxious to see her all stretched out, but I don't want to. Like I said, she's just kind of twisting and turning. She's keeping her legs tucked in and she's kicking hairs, and I don't want her to do that, so I'm not going to bother her anymore. But that's the Pamphobedius species Platyoma, and we have one more molt one more molted tarantula to show you. Okay, here's the last of the 4 molts that I found through last night. I haven't done a collection check today on the rest of them. This is the Avicularia versicolor. I think I was talking about this one the other day in the video with the Brachypelmis. This one's name's Devon, and it's unfortunately confirmed male. Not that that's a bad thing, but I was really hoping this one would be female. This was the first tarantula that I ever bought. Well, I can't say that because we bought the rose hair years and years and years ago. But after I got back in, after finding Monterey at work, this is the first one after I bought a nice blue little fuzzy baby. Got it as a 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 inch sling. And we're probably at right around the 2.5 to 3 inch mark right now. You can't really see how wonderful his colors are. This was when I was talking about also the other day redoing its enclosure. You could see how dirty the sides are. It's done some serious webbing. That's the only part about it I don't like is killing his webbing. But I'm going to put him into a new container. It's the same type of container as these mainstay containers that you find at Walmart for like $2 or $3, except for it's got a snap tight lid, snap lid. It's a little bit clearer. Here is what it actually looks like. Snapware. It's basically the same thing, same height, side by side. The lid snaps open and shut. It makes it easier than having to unscrew the lid all the time. The actual opening seems to be a tad bit bigger. Not much, just by looks. I haven't really measured it, but so that's what he's going to move into. We'll probably move all his foliage and his log back into that container. We'll give him a few days to harden up. Probably next weekend. I'll move him into his new home, and I'll get some video of him out of here so you can see how pretty his purples and pinks and reds are. He seems to have come through the molt okay. All his limbs seem to be working fine, as he's going to climb back up into his funnel. But yeah, those are the 4 that I found in the last couple days. I thought everybody would like a update on what's going on. Like I said, there's a few that I think are going to be crowd favorites. Some probably in a year or two they'll probably pass up a few of these once they grow. But I have a funny feeling that this guy here is going to be one of those ones that people request to see, and maybe we'll get a feeding video out of him once we put him in the new home, and it's more clear and we can see. He's very good at tongue feeding. Will eat just about anything you put in there. I've never had a problem with him being fussy. He'll eat the mealworms, he'll eat the roaches, he'll eat crickets, whatever you put in there he'll usually eat. We're going to change his substrate. That's kind of a mixture. If you look down there, kind of balled up, but that's topsoil and cocoa fiber, and there's like a piece of bark or something on the bottom there that broke off of his log. And then it's just, here's the side view, the whole front of the enclosure itself is leaves. He goes out there every now and then, but he mainly stays into his thing. So what I want to do is change the way the log is and kind of make it come up and then like wrap here. So it's kind of like at a 90 degree. I'm trying to find a nice stick or log outside that I can use, and then put some of the leaves with it and eliminate some of the lower ones to make it a little bit more visible. Less leaves, a different type of piece of wood, and then we'll glue a piece of straight branch or straight bark on the back of the enclosure to give it that straight vertical bark to climb up on, and then hopefully it'll web you know, in this area in the new enclosure. Then when we open up the lid, he'll be right there and be able to film right there. I don't really worry about this one taking off. He's been pretty good. He was out once when he was younger, probably 2 molts before this. He crawled out of the enclosure that I had him in prior to this, just walked around the top and then just slowly went back in. So I haven't had issues with them yet. So yep, there we go. The Avicularia versicolor, the Antilles Pinkto, and the 3 others that molted. And I'm going to do a check. I'll upload this video tonight when I get home from work. I'm going to check the rest of the teas real quick to make sure there's none other. I do have some that are impending. The Graham-Stolt Pulcher peas, one of them is still in pre-molt. The Classy, I don't know what's going on with that little dude. The my juvenile male Chromatopelmos pubescens Denver has stopped eating, so I'm assuming a molt coming from him soon. And of course my Harpoctera pulcher piece is molting, or should be molting soon. I did rehouse her. Matter of fact, I'll get her down and show you guys that enclosure real quick, and then I'll add that to the end of the video. Okay, guys. Okay, everyone, here is the new setup for the Harpoctera pulcher piece. It's a I got this at PetSmart a while back on some sale, and then I had a coupon. I think I got it for like $3. It's just a plastic rock. It's used for, you know, probably like geckos or stuff like that. It's cocoa fiber mixed with potting soil, the Nature's Choice or Nature's Care. It is a green bag you get from Walmart. There's a little water dish in the corner, which is actually like a mealworm dish for geckos. And then the scrub brush plants. I can't remember where I got those, but I wished I could remember, because I like those, and I think I want to use them in a couple other enclosures. And she's back inside, of course. We're not good. She's back in there. I mean, she's as far back in there as you can get. She webbed up a little. You could see some of the webbing right here, and her webbing that she did in the entranceway here. I haven't seen her out. It took her 3 days to get off the side of the enclosure when I put her in. Once she got comfortable and she went inside there, I haven't seen her since. So I'm just letting her go. I'm assuming that, like I said, she was pretty healthy in the abdomen and starting to dull and darken out. So I'm assuming that she's in a pre-molt stage, and at her size, you know, it probably could take another couple weeks. Hopefully sooner than later. She does molt, but so we can get a good view of her and then start getting her back into, or getting her into the feeding videos. I have not had her in a feeding video yet because she's been in pre-molt. I think I just did the intro video of her, and that was it. I don't know if we'll be able to even get a glimpse. Probably not. But if you look at the right hand side where the rock kind of goes up a little bit higher there, the entrance, she's back in that corner. So this is I got these containers at Walmart, or not Walmart, Kmart, sorry. They're pretty decent size. They're great for, I would say, a 4 or 5 inch spider. They're pretty, let me zoom me back out. They're decent size, as you can see. So she's got a good 4.5, 5 inches of substrate there to dig in if she wants. She was a digger when she was a sling, but she hasn't really dug much since. Once I put her in that last enclosure, she had a little burrow, she molted in, she came out, and she was out ever since. So yeah, I have that. It's the same enclosure I have my Pteronochilus murinus female in, and it'll probably be I have 2 or 3 more of these containers. I'm not sure who will also get put in these when they're ready. Maybe the Pamphobetus platyoma I may put in this. I'm not quite sure. This will definitely be a closure for like the Ceratogyrus darlingi later on. Maybe the other OBT that I have. Definitely maybe the Acanthoscuria geniculatus. But yeah, that's her home. And I want to do one more quick show and tell of the Planorbis muticus so you can see what that one's been busy doing. So I'll get that one down, and then we'll end the video there. Okay guys, here is the construction done by the Planorbis muticus. As you can see up, this is the entrance all the way up to the top. I'm going to move you guys up. You're going to get a little glare. Here's the entrance top, here's the top of the substrate. This was level at about this point right here. So all that dirt that's above it has been moved. Water dish is completely covered up as usual. It's got a deep cavern here. It goes back a little ways. You can see this whole area right here is all cut out. There's the little guy right there. It's probably hungry. It's been really jittery, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to give it something while we're here. Once I show you the whole entire thing, maybe we can catch it on film. But it goes all the way back, all the way across, and all the way to the other side. The only side it's intact is this part here, which is great. It's great news for me to be able to see it and observe what it's doing all the way around, which is super. And it'll help with, you know, feeding videos, being able to not have to worry about keeping the enclosure. Well, we'll be able to close it, but you'll be able to see it through the plastic a little bit easier. So I'm going to pause and get a roach for it and throw that in there and see if we can get a feed out of it. Okay, as you can see, we got it's a recently molted male red runner, and there is the Planorbis muticus right there. It said it was acting different, so I'm learning this one, its habits, and when it's hungry, when it's not. And it sure exhibited behavior of other tarantulas that are hungry. Me jostling the container around moved him all the way to the very end, but we'll see if this is how they always turn around when the roach goes away from them. There we go. I hope you guys had a good shot of that. I'm trying to look through the camera. Let's see if we can just lower you guys just a little bit. Almost need to raise him up there. So yeah, there is the king baboon having a nice, juicy, freshly molted male red runner. And as I have the roaches open, I'm going to go ahead and feed them real quick. There's a straight on shot. I really am happy at the way it made that burrow. It is very very helpful to me, that's for sure. It made my job as a keeper a little bit easier. That's for sure. I don't know that we're going to be able to actually see any kind of fang action with that one being where it's at, but at least we got to see it eat, carry its food around. It's putting some webbing down, its little food mat. And I noticed, you know, you guys can probably tell me a little bit more. I've only noticed with a few of my spiders that do this. Well, they'll catch the prey, kill the prey, set it down, molt over it, eat it. and I know that's to, try to keep everything together as they're eating it. But I've only seen it with a few of my spiders, not all of them. Not all of them do it. I think the one that does it the most was my my female Faunopelma Simani. That one did it more than anyone that I've noticed, but she hasn't eaten forever. She's been in pre-molt forever. I checked in on her the other day, and she doesn't look like she's making any progress. She sealed her one end of her entrance off, the back end of it. The front end's still open, so you can see down there, and she hasn't come out. And I know that she's getting ready to molt because she goes down there. Generally, she's out all the time. So, okay, well, there's the P. muticus, the king baboon. Apex, that's his name, Apex. I'll be happy either way, male or female, with this one. Males are much smaller, much smaller. Females get big. It's one of those that, yeah, like I said, this one was an add-on. I wasn't expecting it. It was a pleasant surprise. But, when you think about a 9-inch baboon female spider, how daunting that just sounds. Friends of mine, that's probably a 20-gallon aquarium type of spider. Lots of dirt. And that's what's going to be, a big aquarium full of dirt. And then you hope that it builds something like it did here, that you can actually see it. That I won't use aquarium. I will use some type of plastic sterilite container that other things can be stacked on top of it. Okay, so there's the king baboon. Probably for the 4th time I've said that now. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put them down there. I try to answer as many as I can. I don't answer all of them, but I usually will at least try to thumbs up your comments so that you know that I've read them. And I do comment as much as I possibly can. I'm still having issues with the laptop for some reason. And I know it's not the laptop, it's YouTube with the computer for some odd reason. My phone I can do it on, but the laptop's giving me troubles. It'll let me respond to one response, but then when I go to type in the next one, it won't allow me to. So, okay, have a good day, and thanks for watching.